Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Fair catch, called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop at the big run. Here's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That one never had a chance, incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On the run, it's Paul. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by this defense, knowing it's third and short, understanding the situation, playing very balanced with their RPO, coming up, tackling the running back, forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Handoff from the gun. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position.
Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback will audible. They'll try to get it in with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. He's now 2nd and goal. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Quarterback runs it. He's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed him there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. When he's there, he can make people miss it. And if he gets into the 2nd level of your defense, that dude is gone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. BYU. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Running back searching for a hole. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete in the middle. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside. That's about as easy as it can get.
Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run it from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He'll keep it himself. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
How great is it to be an offensive coordinator having a quarterback like this? Because he can go and generate first downs with you throwing the ball and running the ball. It seems like there's nothing this kid can't do.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be third down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. A great catch and run for 6. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. Second and long from the 19. On the run, it's Adams. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
On the move, it's Freeman. And the returner is stopped. productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Now on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to the air one more time. Moves around to clear up the vision. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Power football with the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Phillips. Push down for the tackle.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, it's penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. You could tell they got him there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with him. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Freeman. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. They'll try to power their way ahead. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Yeah, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And the Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. At the 40, there he goes. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Buying some time. He's looking on the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Quickly complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
With the run on 1st and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And this one splits the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They move the tight end all over. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback on the keeper. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
A designed run for the quarterback.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
He leaves it with his back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now he's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Phillips. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The give from the gun. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, BYU! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida Atlantic has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 14 to FIU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Bulldozes his way through. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Comes out throwing on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, you see running backs in college football. These guys are athletes that you want to put in space, do a really good job putting them in space, running the angle, getting him towards the middle of the field, try to get him the football so he can make somebody miss and make a big play. But you got to get the football first. He's got to catch that first before he looks to try to get those yards after the catch.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They're going to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, looking for a man. Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run, the whole playbook at your disposal.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done now.
Got it, looking for the first down. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll bring it back. It's Freeman. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? And this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 24, BYU 13.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Gets it out fast. Finds a crease at the 20. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Cowboys line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run it from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get that lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He wants to throw. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. if you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
They'll line up to go for 2. They'll go to the air. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
That keeps the score. Oklahoma State 31, BYU 19.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Take this one away.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
They'll leave it with him. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over Missouri. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Using his legs, it's Adams. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll try to pick up the 1st. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand him the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
The back goes in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
He'll do it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. A shot toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.